Well, good morning, everybody. Hey, this is Melanie Mitro, and we are live on my business page here at Melanie Mitro, and I'm excited to be here. I am just got home last night at about 5 o'clock here in the East Coast. I have been traveling over the past week, and many of you that follow me on other social media sites have maybe followed my journey. I've been really talking a lot about it on my Insta story. So I went over to Birmingham, England, and went over there to do my very first international speaking engagement for people that are looking to build a health and fitness business with Team Beachbody. I took some of my top leaders in the entire network with me so that we could help individuals by just sort of laying a good foundation and framework for things that they can be doing between now and the time that we launch in the United Kingdom. So good morning. I see everybody is jumping in. So I got home last night. I went to bed at 9:15 when my kids went to bed, and I didn't wake up till 7:30 this morning. So my body was totally jet lagged, exhausted from just, kind of that hype and excitement. And it feels good to be back home in my routine, trying to get back on track. So my brain's a little bit foggy, but I've got my cup of coffee. I did my workout this morning, got a shower, tried to make myself feel as normal as possible. And I didn't want to miss out on Business Tip Tuesday. So here we are this morning. Now, what I'm going to talk to you about today it was kind of spurred from the event this past weekend. So, Beachbody is the company that I work for, and we are getting ready to open international, and the country that we're opening in is in the United Kingdom. And so I, again, took some of my leaders there, and we have a group of people that are really interested in becoming coaches, and we wanted to just make sure that we communicated how to get started with your business. And so we did a training. We did a 5-hour training where we basically laid out the foundation of growing your Team Beachbody business. It was awesome. The excitement in the room, the people that were just like on fire for how to build a Beachbody business really got me excited about just this new chapter of my life and becoming an international speaker, which is, I love speaking and I love training, and being able to take this, internationally is just really, really exciting. So one of the questions that is obviously coming up, whether you are in the United States, you are in Canada, you are in the United Kingdom, is what can I do to start my business? So obviously if you're in the US and Canada, you can get started now. But these are the things, the most commonly asked questions is, okay, even looking back over my past 6 years, coming into Team Beachbody as a brand new coach, the only experience that I had with Beachbody fitness programs was Insanity. That was the workout that I did first. And so I didn't have a lot of understanding about how to build a network marketing business. And so this was a new territory for me. And so, obviously in Team Beachbody, you can build your business face to face. You can do live workouts, and you can be a live instructor. You can do fit clubs where you play the DVDs and you meet up live and you get together and you work out and you talk about the nutrition and meal planning. There's all these different ways, or you can build your business on social media. And for me, being able to stay at home with my 2 boys, being able to build my business on social media was my avenue. I didn't have a sitter to watch the kids when I first started. My husband worked long hours, and it was so much easier for me to connect in the pockets of free time that I had. So when I started coaching, I really embraced this idea of growing my social media influence. And so if you are just starting out and you are saying to yourself, I really want to make this business work for me, the first thing that I want you to do is get a good grip on where you're going to share your story. Where is you're going to be your number one area that you're going to create a presence. And there are so many different ways to do it. There's not a right way or a wrong way. The only wrong way is if you're doing nothing at all. But I always encourage people to pick one area of social media that is going to be their primary sort of place where they're going to do just the bulk of their business. And it's going to be the one area that you're going to become an expert at. And why do I tell you one area? Because if you say to yourself, all right, as a Beachbody coach, I'm going to be on Instagram, I'm going to be on Facebook, I'm going to do a like page, I'm going to start blogging, I'm going to build a website. You begin to spread yourself so thin that you're not really mastering one area of social media very well. And you're just kind of keeping your head above water. And what happens is you don't stand out, you blend in. There's nothing that really makes you unique and different. So what I want you to do is say, I love blank. I love Instagram. I love taking photos. I love Facebook. I want to build a like page. I want to do a website. I want to blog. I want to do YouTube. And then you say to yourself, I'm going to make it my job to become an expert at building a business on that platform. So, for me, for example, that platform was Facebook. And it was actually my personal page. But in the background, I had created a free blog where I began to share my transformation. So number one, you got to pick your area. Then number two, you have to take that leap of faith and you have to start. So even if you're just starting, you want to say to yourself, number one, as a Beachbody coach, the number one thing that is going to gain you followers, trust, help you to build your integrity, is practicing what you preach. If you want people to join a challenge group, if you want people to join your business, you have to go out there and use your storefront, which is your social media, as your way to prove to people that you know what you're talking about. So I always say, even for me, when I first started, it was, I'm going to take you on the journey with me. I've lost 10 pounds out of the total 30. Here is my current progress update with the 60 days of insanity. I've lost 11 pounds. These are the things that I have learned through the process of being a part of a challenge group, and so you don't just go out there on social media and say, hey, I'm a coach, join my challenge group, but you tell this story. Or you say, I'm going to become a coach. This is my story. This is why I'm inspired to make this my business, because I see the opportunity of what it's going to create for other people. And so I shared my story. I talked about the fact that I didn't believe that at-home fitness programs worked. I thought that you had to go to a gym and get a personal trainer and a nutritionist in order to achieve the results that I would see other people achieve with fitness programs. And so I kind of made it my personal test to say, okay, does this really work? If I follow it to the T, will I get the results promised? And I was shocked. Number one, I was shocked that it actually worked. I was shocked that the support system that I was getting online from my coach and the other women in this group, it was just incredible. It kept me accountable. And because of this, I've learned how to change my nutrition. I have learned new habits. I've learned that this is a lifestyle. It's not a quick fix. And I know that I am on this journey to living a healthier lifestyle. And I want to share that with others. So I have become a coach, or I am becoming a coach, so that I can inspire other people to live a healthy and fulfilling life. Here is a little sample of my transformation and my journey. Follow me. I'm going to be doing the shift shop over the next 3 weeks. I'm going to be sharing my meal plans. I'm going to be sharing my daily inspiration and workouts and how I make this a part of my lifestyle, even when we're traveling or going on vacation or we have events that are coming up. If you would like more information about what I do, comment or send me a private message. I'd be happy to send you some more information. So now I basically have just launched my business, and I've just told people what I'm going to do, why I love what I'm doing. And now I need to back it up. So I always say, when you start anything new, you want to practice what you preach. You want to share it on social media. Your social media is your classroom. You don't stand in front of a class of 30 students and teach them a skill. You are going to stand in front of the world and teach them about how to live a healthy and fulfilling life. And so you're going to do that by practicing what you preach. Every day you show up, you share your workout, and it's not just like, hey, look at me, I worked out today. It is day one of 21, total body cardio. It was hard. I had to take extra breaks. I had to modify, but I know that I'm going to get stronger. And so you take a picture, you talk about not giving up, you talk about finishing the workout, not quitting, and you do that every day. It becomes like your journal of your transformation so that other people can follow that story. And then you share your meal plan, especially for the fitness programs that we have now, the 21-day fix, the shift shop, max 30, all of the programs that we have. And every week you show people, this is what I'm eating. This is how I'm modifying it. These are my results at the end of week 1, whether you are happy or not happy with them. And you basically take people on the journey with you. And you can do that no matter what area of social media that you are using, you can take people on the journey with you. And so what happens is, even before you officially become a coach, or now that you're just signed up, this is where you develop credibility. So what you do is you go along and you're sharing, and you make it your point to say, okay, 3 times a day, I'm going to share. And it's not overkill. It's not too much. It feels a little unnatural at first, but it's about getting the message out there. It's about getting people to stop and be interested in what you are doing. Things that I like to share are food pictures. You know, a lot of times people look at these 21-day fixed containers and they go, what the heck? I mean, I'm going to starve to death if I'm only eating this much food. But if you were to take a picture of your chicken put into your red container and your vegetables put into your green and then your sweet potato put into your yellow, and you show people what that looks like in the containers, then your second picture is you putting those containers onto a plate and then saying, oh my gosh, these containers actually fill up my plate nicely, and this is proper portion size. And I was overeating even good foods prior to doing this program, and it's really teaching me a lot about proper portion size, even when you're eating really healthy foods. And so that's a great post because you're teaching people. You're intriguing them by showing them about these portion controlled containers. And then you always kind of say, like, if you want more information about this, or if you struggle with, you know, portion control or making good choices, send me a private message. I'd be happy to help you out. So now you're sort of directing people back to you, but you're teaching them something and then asking them to make a decision. And so I just go through my weeks, and that is what I do. Now, one of the other things that you want to do is, as in your beginning part of your business, your social media is that storefront. But the second piece is you want to pay attention to who is liking your posts, who's commenting. And then every single person that likes or comments, you want to start engaging, because social media is social. And so you want to, in essence, engage people in conversation. If somebody says, that looks awesome, what was the recipe? You don't want to just send them a private message. You want to say, you know, Bethany, thanks so much. It really was delicious. I'll send you a private message. I'll give you the recipe, and you know, your family will love it. And so because I've commented below, now people see I'm actively engaged with my followers, and I'm giving information, and it also sort of keeps pushing things back up into the social media news feed, which allows you to gain a little more traction and visibility on your page. So no matter what, I always engage in that back and forth conversation, even if it's a thank you, or I appreciate the comment, or I appreciate the support. And then the other thing I do is I take a look at who liked or commented or gave a thumbs up, and I always send a private message. You know, if it's my workout picture, I'll send a private message and I'll just say, thanks so much for your support. I appreciate you giving me, you know, the thumbs up or a like on my post this morning. You know, it's hard for me to put myself out there, but I really want to inspire people to live a healthy and fulfilling life, you know? And so then I just say thank you to somebody, or I will invite somebody. If I am like, this person's been liking my post every day this week, I'll say, hey, you know, Lisa, I noticed you've been liking my post every single day this week. I'm going to just go out on a limb here and ask you if you would be interested in joining one of my health and fitness accountability groups. I'm going to be starting one with my team on X date. And so now you're giving people an actual invite. And so this is a big part of you getting started, is paying attention to who's following, who's liking, sending messages. And then I just follow up within 24 hours. If I don't hear back from them, I'm going to send them another message. Hey, Lisa, you know, just wanted to check back in. I sent you a message yesterday. I know how busy life is. You know, kids are getting ready to go back to school, but let me know if you're interested in learning a little bit more about my, you know, health and fitness accountability groups. I'm starting one on X date. Either way, no big deal. Just can't wait to hear back from you. I send that little message to them. All right. So those are things that you can be doing to get started. You're posting on social media. Secondly, staying accountable. Your transformation. Even if you have no weight to lose and you are physically fit, but you doing a program and sharing little snippets of the workout program and sharing your meal plan on a weekly basis, talking about how you're mentally and physically and emotionally changing in the process is going to gain you followers and interest along the way. And so this is the one part that people skip. They just jump in, they try to advertise for challenge groups, they start to invite people to join their team, and they have nothing on their social media to actually show people that they are physically doing what they're saying that they're doing. And that's what you can do right now. And then the last piece of advice is adding to your contact list. So for me, I had less than 100 friends on Facebook. I had 0 on Instagram. And so all I did was I made my profile public on Facebook. and I started to friend request people. So what does that mean? So for me, I started to go to my friends list and I started to think about mutual friends. I went to my husband's Facebook account and looked at his friends list, and I thought, I remember that person from college, and oh yeah, that person is so-and-so's neighbor. And I just started connecting with people, and I didn't say anything. I just added them because now they were going to be able to see my social media and become interested in possibly what I am doing. I did the same thing with joining groups. So for example, we have a garage sale group in our local area. We have a mom's group. We have PTO groups. There are, one of the place where I went to college, the sorority I was in, there's a Facebook group. I just joined these groups. I didn't go in and spam people. I didn't go in and say, join my business. I just went in and sold stuff on the garage sale shop. I went into, the sorority page, and I just chatted with the girls and shared old pictures that I found from when we were in college. And I just friend requested people that I engaged with in conversation. I just use social media for what it's for, to become social. And in the process of becoming social and making friends, now I have people that are in my business because of that. So those are just some of the things, three things that you can do now to start getting traction up and building your business. Set a goal for yourself. How many new followers, how many new friends, how many new conversations can you do over the next week? And then last but not least, reading personal development. So building a business, whether it's a brick and mortar business and you're buying a franchise or you're building a network marketing business, it's all the same. You have to put yourself out there. You have to take a leap of faith. You have to trust your instincts and your gut to say, hey, I'm going to lead people on the path to success. And that takes working on yourself. None of us are just born confident. None of us are born fearless. And none of us are just born with all the skills we need to grow a business. We've learned these skills through reading, through watching others do it, through trial and error, and really failing forward. And so we do have to rip the Band-Aid off of fear. We have to put ourselves out there. But I think part of overcoming that fear is realizing we're not alone and realizing that the feedback that we get from other people, positive and negative, is normal, and it's a part of the growth process. So I always tell coaches and new people joining my team to read The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster, to read The Compound Effect. Both of those books are by Darren Hardy, and to read The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Those are the top 3 books that helped me to understand what it was going to be like to build my business. And then the book You're a Badass by Jen Sincero is awesome if you struggle with confidence. So I encourage you all to understand that building a business is a process. It's a process that takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. And you truly do have to be in it for the long haul. You have to have a vision of where you are going and understand that it is not going to happen in one fell swoop, that it is going to be your decisions and your actions on a day-to-day basis that are going to bring you closer to the goal you are trying to achieve. All right, so I hope this was helpful. Vicki, thanks so much for your comment below. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am happy to help. I'll come back next week. We can talk a little bit more about getting started and building your network. And so I would love your feedback. If you've got any questions for me, if you like today's call, go ahead and share it with anybody you think would be interested in this information. And I'll get it up on my blog at melaniemitro.com. Don't forget to go and subscribe. And if you didn't know, I have a podcast, Women Inspiring Women, that happens every Tuesday. So you can check out the next episode there as well. All right, have a great day, and I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.